In this video, I'm just going to show how I would export my document and make changes. So from EasyBib, since that's what I'm using, I'm going to go to export all. I use Microsoft Word. You can export to Google Docs, but I am going to use what I know I'm most comfortable with. So it's downloaded this document, and I am going to format it so that it's suitable for my task. So here it is. Come on. This, as I said, is going to be an annotated bibliography. And for my course, section number, and I am actually going to copy and paste some information I have in another working doc. So give me a second. Okay, so I had another document. I'm just gonna, is it gonna let me do what I want to do here? Gonna copy and paste that information from my previous document. As I said, this is going to be an annotated bibliography. So here's an example of what annotations would look like. And depending on what class you're in, you've probably already seen this example here. So Alan, my example, comes before Alvarez, so I didn't mess up my alphabetical order there. And then I also need to make sure that I have page numbers. So I want to insert that information. And I also want to have my last name. It's part of that heading for MLA, I believe. So there you have it. I'm just trying to get that over there. I know there's probably a better way of doing that, but I don't know it right now. So there we go. And here is my working annotated bibliography. I have all of my sources cited. And if I have any doubts, I check with my instructor, go to the writing lab, and I would make sure I get go ahead and add my citations, not my citations, my annotations. So many of you, by the time you're looking at this video, you've already added your citations. So your summaries, because you read these items, and your reflection, because you read these documents. So before you call yourself done, remember, this isn't an example summary. So to go that extra step would be to remove this information, because since we know what this task is for, when we see the first notes, we should already know that that's a summary. We should not need a label. And the additional space between the first one and the second annotation, we should know that this is the person's reflection. So a final version would have your summary and your reflection for all of the required reading and sources on your document. That's why this is a really long document. So if you are so inclined, I will not fault you for keeping the labels. But remember, mine is just an example, so I won't fault you. It does help to read a bit better, but that's my example of, so this document you can use for to compare what you've done. So the idea is to look at the way that I have used, well, one, EasyBib to correctly cite my sources, compare what you've done to this example, and note the differences. So when it's time to cite sources on a works cited page, I'm going to say, I always use something to help me. I pretty much know last name, first name, but when it gets to some of these details, I will go and double check, usually using something like Purdue OWL or EasyBib. So that's that.